Good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us here on the Wannabes podcast. I am your host, Luke Walters, with my co-host, Anthony Sturdivant, a.k.a. The Dreaded Fiend. What's going on, my guy?
What up, though? Not much. First things first, let me address a technical difficulty we're having. Our title, we are reviewing the 2026 film Return to Silent Hill. Ignore the title where it says Sears Review, It Welcome to Dairy. We just having some technical difficulties there. We'll change the title later for the VOD, yada yada, all that good stuff.
Yeah, our IT is on vacation right now, and we can't get a hold of her. And I hope she's having a great time, so it's no biggie. But for right now, you're going to have to deal with it saying It Welcome to Dairy. But we are, in fact, doing, as Anthony said, Return to Silent Hill. So we'll get into that in a second. But first, we have news.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's gonna be actually kind of brief. Hey, what's up, Len? How's it going? We're good. We're good. Just little technical difficulties. How about you?
Only slightly technical. No, that's not big.
Yeah.
That's
I suppose, yeah. I know one of the trailers we said we talk about, but I'm gonna be real because we were like trying to fix this. I forgot to watch it, so we'll talk about it.
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Yeah.
I mean, look. I want to talk.
You take the.
I want to talk.
Okay, take the lead. Take the lead. I'm gonna watch it at the same time.
The trailer dropped for season 2 of Daredevil: Born Again, and it's a good trailer. It looks really cool. I'm glad to see Charlie Cox back. It's great to see. I believe it is. What the fuck is her name? Ellen Page or something. I'm glad to see the chick that plays Karen come back. Foggy's back. Can't wait for him to explain that to me. Bullseye is back. Kingpin is back. Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin has literally been like one of the best things Marvel has put out within the last 10 years. Hands down. Charlie Cox is Daredevil too. Like that whole dynamic has made this whole fucking show from Netflix to now. The only thing about it is while the trailer looks really good, also Matthew Lillard is in the season. That's cool too. He's having a career resurgence. I'm excited to see him play Mr. Charles. I don't know too much about the character, but it looks dope. Is that I had so much hype going into season 1, and season 1 of Daredevil Born Again is good, but like I watched it kind of being able to tell that they had a different idea in mind, and then I don't know if it was fan outrage or if somebody involved with the show, like a light went off and then went, yo, like we need to make it a new season of the Netflix show, because that wasn't the plan initially. They were just going to do Daredevil. But I'm glad they brought everybody back for the Netflix show. I'm glad they're throwing more connections in there. Jessica Jones is in the season. She's in the trailer. Excited for that too. I want to see the Defenders again. I love all of the Netflix shows for different reasons. Yes, including Iron Fist. Yes, including Luke Cage. Luke Cage is fucking sweet. I don't care. But anyway, I'm excited to see everybody back, but I'm tempering my expectations because as much as I wanted to really, really enjoy the first season of Born Again, it feels like it's a different thing that's kind of got sprinkles of the Netflix show in it. So I'm hoping this one will go more into the Netflix show. It'll be more of that vibe, and I won't have to worry about Daredevil being MCU'd too much.
I got you. I'm gonna take your word for it 100% because we've talked about the fact that I have not watched really anything that's not a movie. So yeah, I'll take your word for it.
That Netflix show, dude, like it's.
I hear
it. 100% is goated. Jessica, I mean, I've said this before, but like Daredevil is the best one. Jessica Jones and Luke Cage are very good in their own right too, and they are. I believe they are very, very good. And then Iron Fist, like I can have fun with it. It's fine. But yeah, Daredevil is the gold standard as like superhero TV shows, not just Marvel. Honestly, it's really, really fucking good. Introduce the Punisher, introduce all these characters. I mean, like I recommend it 100%. That's up to you whether or not you want to watch it. But now going into this. It did seriously, it felt like a little bit of a step down, and the first season feels like it's leading up to something, and I'm hoping season 2 is what it's been leading up to, and the trailer makes it seem like that, but the first trailer looked pretty hyped too, so I'm like I said, tempering those expectations.
There you go. Well, so we'll see how it turns out once it drops on Disney Plus.
Can't wait.
In the meantime, oh shoot! You know what I just realized we also didn't talk about? There's something else. I'm gonna save it before the last one, because he's next. So let's talk about this one real quick. Yeah. Super Mario Galaxy movie has a new trailer out, which debuts Yoshi.
Not just Yoshi and Birdie and fucking God, who else? Rex, I guess. And yeah, there's a few characters that are in there that it shows, but yeah, Yoshi is definitely the one worth the hype. I mean, and like sure. He looks cute. He looks like Yoshi. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. I guess I don't have much to say, I suppose, because I mean, we've talked about the first trailer, Lynn, so we know about Rosalina. Out of all the Mario females, I'm a Rosalina guy.
Yep.
But like, it still looks visually beautiful. I think it's gonna be good because the first one caught me by surprise, and I really liked it as much as I did. So
yeah, I'm with you, and that's kind of how I feel about it. Is I learned my lesson with the first one and not look at it like this probably isn't going to be very good, or sort of think that my expectations aren't high, but they're not as low as they were when the first one came out, because that one was very, very surprising. I expect much the same out of this one, and yeah, it looks great.
yeah, close to your birthday. Ooh, good idea. Lindsay Games Mario birthday outing. So yeah, I'm excited to see it. And my expectations high? Nah, but they're at a reasonable level. Like, I like the first one. I'm hoping to like the second one as well.
Yeah, for the games and the way that I played them growing up, like the stories that I want to see, they're like just weird amalgamations that are kind of in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I would have loved to have had a Mario 64 game, just Mario going through the castle and doing shit with some Luigi. Like that would have been dope. I'm never gonna get that. We've stated it with other movies before. This isn't really made for me, so that's fine. But I had fun with the first one. I'm sure I'll have fun with this one too. Yoshi.
Yep. All right. Okay, so remind me, because I don't remember if we talked about this. Did we talk about Monarch Legacy of Monsters Season 2?
I don't think on the show, unless you and Morgan did.
I don't think we did.
Because I haven't finished Season 1. Because I don't have Apple.
Right, that's true.
It is what it is. But we can talk about it, though. I love me some Godzilla.
Ooh, I'm going to see if I can talk about this without too many spoilers for what goes on in Season 1, though. Maybe we should... Okay, you know what? Maybe we won't talk about that because you didn't finish Season 1. Because, but let it be known, it's coming, and it looks awesome.
Yeah, and I do know that it's more Kong heavy, where the first one was Godzilla heavy. I have heard that. I don't... Like, I just need to catch up and get involved because I know the show's good.
Please do. I would love to talk about this with you.
Love me.
And I will say, I think there might be a Titan introduced that has been mentioned in some of the Monsterverse comics.
King Caesar?
I think. No, not Caesar has not been in the comics for the Monsterverse.
Fuck!
Listen, let's wait till Supernova comes out and see if they do Caesar.
I need it. God, I need it. Yo.
And I know he's got to sing this. They got to sing the song and everything too.
Yeah, it's got to be a song by Ice Spice. I don't know. SpongeBob did it.
You ruined it. You ruined it, and we're moving on. Oh God, an Ice Spice flow King Caesar song.
I want a 15-minute King Caesar awakening with Ice Spice singing the fucking song.
She's gonna call it Little Caesar.
Dude.
She's gonna be like references to pizza, big booties, and monsters.
I don't know why. Like, you just got me back on board. Like, I was making it funny, but now, like, I'm on board.
Someone hit him. No, hey, can we get Ice Spice to like watch the stream one day in Burgos?
That's amazing. Yeah, I got an idea. I'm done talking. You go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right, we're gonna skip the Legacy of Monsters until I don't want to talk because there's stuff in this show. I'm like, oh wait, you wouldn't know that. You wouldn't know. Okay.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that.
So we're gonna skip that.
Thank you.
So then let's move on to the Dragon Ball.
Oh God, yes.
Yes, here we go, y'all.
Holy shit.
It's back.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super is returning. Hell yes, let's see it.
Get into the minutia, my friend.
So first thing first, let's talk about the cool thing because they are officially doing the Galactic Patrol arc, which is translation also called the Moro arc, actually, taking place after the events of Dragon Ball Super Broly, but before Superhero. There's like 2 arcs in Super that happened before Superhero, actually. Yeah, so we're getting the Galactic Patrol. So I was like, hey, Super is back, y'all. We have not had Super since when did the Tournament of Power happen again?
Oh God, like 17?
I think it might have actually.
Yeah, Broly came out in 18.
Oh yeah, I think it was between like 2016 and 17. I think.
Dude, it's been a minute. It's been like Super came out 10 years ago.
Wow, wow. Yep. Okay, and in 18. Yep, it was 18.
Yep.
So Super is back after a long hiatus, and we are getting the next chapter, which is the Galactic Patrol chapter, actually.
Yeah.
So this is exciting. Where Dragon Ball is coming back and adapting more things that have been going on in the manga. And
What
I am happy.
Well, what I'm excited for is there's a really nice, for anybody that hasn't seen it, Toei put out a nice 40th anniversary trailer for this whole thing, and it's got a lot of really nice visuals, a lot of really nice CGI, and I mean, they really go out of their way to bring the manga to life, which is dope. God, that looks so cool. If they decided to do a show just like that, like I would be 100% on board, which is what I was hoping. I guess there's still the potential that they do something kind of like that by the time they get to the Galactic Patrol arc. And like, yeah, I'm excited. I haven't read the whole thing, but I'm deep enough into it to know enough of what's going on. It's very, very cool. Why they didn't do it sooner is anybody's guess, but I'm glad we're doing it now. But before that, we are getting a little something that has us both scratching our heads.
Yep, because not only are we getting the Galactic Patrol arc, but for some reason, we are getting a remake of the Battle of Gods arc, titled Dragon Ball Super Beerus.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll see other things. Because I mentioned off camera that you said this, and I went, yeah, they're doing all of it. And there was like a list of episodes. And you said, find it. I couldn't. So I may have made it. I definitely know what I saw, but it doesn't sound like it's anything official. Anyway. Yeah, I don't understand the point of doing this, because even to this day, when people ask me, like, where should I start with Super? I go start with the Universe 6 and 7 tournament, because the first two arcs are just remakes of the movies that came out. I think the movies are better, that being Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. Like, just watch those.
Absolutely.
You can watch those two movies in, like, 2 hours, 3. I think they're like an hour and a half each. And then you can jump right into Super and you won't miss a beat, because the retellings in the original Super from 10 years ago, which are retellings of Battle of Gods and Resurrection F, hope you're all still following me, are not done as well. They do things, they make changes. I'm not saying it lessens the impact. I think the movies have a bigger impact on the story and everything leading into the rest of Super than the actual arcs that lead into Super. So now they're redoing it, and I on one hand I see it, and it's all over. It's all over online, where they're showing pictures from the bad animation when Super first debuted, and it did. Certain episodes had awful train wreck animation when they were doing the Battle of Gods and Resurrection F arcs. They were bad. It just is what it is. So I guess on that front, if they go, well, we just want to make good to the fans or something. I mean, okay, cool, but this is the third time that they will be telling me Battle of Gods, and if you buy the show on DVD, Blu-ray, or you stream it on Crunchyroll or whatever, they have since updated the visuals and changed them. So those shitty visuals when the show first aired, they're not even there anymore. So I don't completely understand why they're doing this, because we could just jump into Galactic Patrol instead of waiting until next year. But, you know, that's what happens when I don't get to be in charge, I guess. I don't know.
I suppose so. Now, I will at least say this much, though. Yes, watch Battle of Gods movie and watch Resident Evil X movie. Do skip them in the Super anime. Yeah. However, I will at least say this: some of the in between, I think maybe is worth maybe a watch too. So at least give you some context of when Vegeta and Goku ended up on Beerus's planet and everything like that. Like some context, like before things, because if you jump straight to Resurrection F after Battle of Gods, you know, Vegeta and Goku are already on the planet with Whis training and everything like that. And they're like super added some context in between that. So I think that's worth it, but you can skip the majority of it though. Yeah. Like once they actually start.
I don't.
And yeah.
I don't disagree with you. I don't agree either, because you're right. You're right. But at the same time, the movies, especially Resurrection F, does a really good, simple enough job of saying, yeah, we're here on your planet. Why? How did you get here? Oh, we are bribing Whis with food. Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's true. It's I think I'm just saying, because I do like these moments in Super. Some of these moments where it's not always the fights and stuff like that. Like that in-between section where Vegeta is trying desperately to impress Whis enough to train him, or Goku desperate for Whis to come back to train him and everything like that. The in-betweens are nice. I like them. That's just me personally. But I'm with you. I'm with you completely, because yeah, this is the third time we're doing Battle of Gods. Yeah. Why do we need it again?
Yeah.
Like the first time was the best time, because I'm still gonna say, as much as I like some of the new other films, Battle of Gods might still be my favorite Dragon Ball movie, actually.
I think maybe the context of when two gods actually fight each other, like it can, because in Super, that's where they first introduced that concept of the two gods fighting each other, and like it's rippling throughout the universe. That goes into why Beerus and Champa can't fight because they will destroy the universe. They do that a little bit with Goku and Beerus. So like, yeah, that's cool. And then the scene of Goku busting through the fucking wall because he finds out Vegeta is on Beerus's planet with Whis. Like that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there is things in there that are cool, and I do like them. They're cute moments. But yeah, but just why a third time? Because we could just be doing Moro. We could just be, and it's what we've wanted for 10 years. This is literally what everybody's been asking for since it first got introduced in the manga 10 years ago.
And like a lot of the stuff they did in the first time around was just fine enough, actually, too. We had a reunion of all the characters we ain't seen in who knows how long. Goku and Beerus' fight was epic as hell.
Yeah.
Hell, Sean Schemmel's scream of "I will not let you destroy my world," I think is going down as I think his best scream is Goku.
Dude,
because people still talk about that.
They made sure to add that into special features for that reason.
Yes,
they were
that
like,
went hard.
Watch that. That was sick.
Like the animation from the OG it still holds up. So like, why do it again? I just don't understand. I'm with you. I don't understand why we have to do this a third time.
I will take it a step further. That might be a little too far, but I'm going there anyway. This also kind of cheapens the fact that Battle of Gods was created as a direct response for the shittiness that is Evolution. If Evolution doesn't happen, we don't even get this in the first place. So like, yeah, I only needed it one time. Toriyama's first time so far was the best time. That animation does look crispy as fuck in that trailer, but it's a lot of visuals that I've already seen before. And again, I will reiterate that if you watch Super now, the shitty animation visuals that debuted with the show aren't there anymore because they fixed them. Because they even knew they were bad. It was a rush schedule. They didn't give the animators and the creators nearly enough time to pump out the show, but that's exactly what they wanted. It's well documented that Dragon Ball Super, when it first came out, had a very hectic production schedule. And it wasn't until around the Universe 6-7, God, I hate saying that, until that first tournament arc, when it finally started to turn around.
Fuck.
Yes, started to turn around, going into that, to my favorite arc in Super, Goku Black, and then the Tournament of Power has like some of the best moments ever, but that's, neither here nor there. So I say all that to say, like, if they don't do all of it, I don't really see the point, because Battle of Gods and that arc really doesn't have anything to do with the Galactic Patrol stuff and the stuff that's going on with Moro. So why you feel the need to tell me this again just to get there, I don't really see the point. But am I going to watch it? You fucking better believe I'm going to, because that animation looks sweet.
I don't know if I can. I think I might just skip it. If I watch clips, that animation is not going to. Yeah, it's going to be short, but I just like I've seen this before, and it was perfect the first time. I don't need it again. Like, I will say this much. Here's one thing that'll do. There's two things. Number one, if they strictly do it strict from the movie, okay, fine, because I know that's the Super anime, like, had them on a boat and everything like that. There were some differences on like the setting and everything like that for some reason. So if they do it from the movie, that's 1/2 plus. But because I know that Battle of Gods has an extended edition that I don't get to see very often, and that's the version I like, because I like the added action, and I like the added scenes, particularly one with Vegeta is hilarious. If those are still there, I'm like, you know what? If this means I have a more accessible version of that extended version, fine. I guess I'll watch it.
Well, excuse me. And I was saying this when we unfortunately lost the voice actress of Bulma when Super was going on, and now we've lost Toriyama, and some other people are unfortunately no longer with us. Like, you need to wrap this up, and you need to wrap it up soon. Fucking Masako Nozawa is in her late 80s. She's probably pushing 90, legit. Like, what? Stop doing all this other, I don't have a better word for it. Stop doing all this other bullshit. I love Daima. Daima's going nowhere. Didn't really need it. It was like, I fucking love Daima, but I didn't need Daima. They an actual progression of the story, that the natural direction that we're going, that I want. And like, again, everybody's getting older. We already lost the actual fucking creator. Do not get to the point to where you actually lose the voice of Goku and you haven't fucking finished the series. Toritaro, somebody, make an ending, stick to it, animate it, let them fucking have their flowers, and just be done. Be done. Actually do a fucking a remake. Start with Dragon Ball again. Do it all over. That would be cool. But like, stop doing these offshoots, these spin-offs, these maybes, these maybe nots. If you're gonna do the fucking Galactic Patrol, great. Get to it. Let them fucking move on with the story. Give them the ending that they deserve, and let's go. All right, I get it. I have seen the thing just like I'm sure everybody else has. If Dragon Ball stops production, like a big chunk of Japan's economy goes down. I don't know if that's actually true, but I see that shit all the time. I kind of wouldn't surprise me. So just fucking stop. Stop pumping this shit out. End it for the OGs. Restart it from there. There you go.
I will say this right now, that Masako Nozawa is 89. Oh God.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
I'm scared to hear the news.
She'll probably live to be 100, but like, why play with that fire?
And that is an issue with a lot of franchises. You just need to know when to end.
Yeah.
And like you said, stick with it.
Yes.
Hell, like, the last thing they had was a superhero arc, and I don't think we have not even finished that whole Black Frieza stuff going on there, right?
No.
Like, that's not even been finished. Now. And then we got into superhero, like, okay, look. We lost Akira Toriyama. Like, people are getting older. This is getting old. For record, I actually finally started Daima, and I'm going to continue watching tonight, actually.
It's great.
Just, look, Dragon Ball, I love you, but you gotta stop at some point, please, okay? Like, truth be told, there's a part of me that's happy that it kept going after the Tournament of Power, because I'm not sure if I loved how the Tournament of Power just ended. For like, okay, is that the end of Dragon Ball then?
Yeah.
So like, okay, we got more, so I'm okay if we get more, but have a final arc, and it has to be Frieza. It has to be Frieza. I want it to be Frieza.
But, okay.
I think Frieza is like the most earning villain of Dragon Ball. Like, yes, you are the official final fight for all of us.
Real quick. Otherwise, we will fucking be here all night, and I would love it. But I think I've told you this before, but like in my head canon and with the setup, particularly with Battle of Gods, it should be Goku and Vegeta fighting Beerus. And the reason why they do it is because Vegeta finds out Beerus is the one that told Frieza to blow up the planet, and everything happened actually because of Beerus. That's why they should fight. Just whatever. Vegeta gets pissed off. Goku joins the fight because he's Goku. But like, that should be your natural ending, in my opinion. Frieza, with what they've been setting up, I don't disagree with that either. There's the rumor of the next Tournament of Power, and we've got that stacked fucking lineup of Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego fucking Vegeta, Broly, Beast Gohan. Like, yeah, that's a fucking lineup. Are you actually gonna get there? I don't know. It doesn't look like it.
I don't know either at this point. And I'm not mad at that either. I still think it should be Frieza, because I don't know. I guess it'd be a nice twist if it's Beerus. But either way, one of them,
yes,
end it.
Yep. And
also keep going with Super, because I want to see Broly again. That's all I get. That's the last thing I'm going to say.
Well, there you go. There should be that should be an ending. Fucking with the Frieza with the Dark Air Forces. Like, he could probably smack the shit out of all four of them with the way it looks. I got to read the manga. I got to catch up. But that's the vibe I've been getting. It's sweet, but now that's taken a seat right now because Toritaro's on a bit of a hiatus and fucking probably wants to do other stuff, and now we got the anime that's trying to catch up. Great. That's awesome. But again, people are getting older. Do something.
Got it. All right, let's end it there because, like you said, we're going to be here a while if we keep talking about Dragon Ball.
Nights, I could do this.
I know. I could, too. I'll go to town about Dragon Ball.
Makes me happy.
But...
like, what? Are you sure we want to review Return to Silent Hill tonight, or we just want to talk about this all night?
I don't know. We could. Let's theorize more about Dragon Ball.
Yo, finish Daima, then we'll do Daima.
Maybe so. Actually, after this, I have an idea of what I want to review next, actually. Mm-hmm. But it only depends on how long it's in theaters for, because I'm not sure how it's doing. Because I'm seeing it tomorrow. We'll talk about it later.
Yep.
But... yeah, let's talk about Silent Hill. Let's talk about Return to Silent Hill.
Wait, hold on. Let me push the button.
Oh, yeah.
Push the button.
Push the goddamn button.
All right, I pushed the goddamn button. You heard what she said.
Chat, reminder, we're reviewing Return to Silent Hill, not It Welcome to Derry. Ignore the title down there. Look at the pinned comment in chat.
Technical difficulties that I will rectify once IT gets back from vacation.
There we go. All right. So let's do this. Let's talk about Return to Silent Hill.
Why do you sound so disappointed?
Let's just talk about it.
Come on. Okay, yeah, no.
Let's
talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right, so Return to Silent Hill is a 2026 supernatural psychological horror film based off the critically acclaimed Silent Hill 2, originally released in 2001 on PlayStation 2, and also recently had a remake. Actually,
it's a great remake. I'm playing it right now.
Hey, Kitty. Oh, you are?
Yeah.
I think I'll get to that eventually. So a little box office news, like we always do, actually. So the film had its release on January 23rd, 2026 in the United States, alongside Mercy, Clicker, and wide releases of Arco and H is for Hawk. Now, with most theaters closing down during the weekend due to the January 2026 North American winter storm, oh God, it had grossed about $2 million in the United States on opening day and was projected to grow below Avatar Fire and Ash, go figure, and Mercy. The film reached number 7, earning about $3.2 million domestically on opening weekend. In China, the film opened at $9.3 million with a worldwide opening of $19.3 million. There goes our box office news.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I had to check that just for my S's and G's. I really wanted to make sure I knew how much the original made before I started to get into it. But yeah.
The original movie?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It made some money.
Right.
It made some money.
I'm not surprised.
I am.
Really? I feel like when that dropped. Wait, that dropped in 2006. Oh wow, it did make some money. I mean, yeah. I'm not surprised, but still at the same time.
And just I'm looking at like the Rotten Tomatoes score and shit, and I remember when it like came out and reading reviews and shit, like it was pretty much panned, at the time. And I don't think, in my opinion, because I didn't know that it came out in theaters at the time. I never saw it in theaters at the time. I didn't actually watch it the first time until it was like on demand. Loved it, obviously. And then it kind of just became a thing that I would watch all the time from then on. But like my exposure to the first film was just that. It was like a grassroots type of thing. As far as I knew, there was no hype. Nobody was talking about it. Just came and went, and then boom, there it was on my TV, and I was like, oh, why the fuck didn't I hear about this?
I will say that the original film does now have a cult following, actually. So
yes,
there's that.
Exactly.
I like when movies get that. I do like when movies can get that.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised to see that. Like it actually made a decent chunk of change. But where do you want to start, my guy?
How about I just say, because you asked me why I sounded disappointed, and no, not necessarily. I'll just say this: I don't hate it.
Okay.
It's not necessarily good. But I don't hate it. I will say this too. I see why the film was getting panned when like on the reviews and stuff. I see why.
Okay, so yeah, all right. I'm driving.
Do it, because you know more about Silent Hill than I do. Although I have done all my research, a lot of research on Silent Hill too.
Well, and I will say this: now that I'm playing the game, and having seen this, like, it was made with a budget of $23 million. For anybody that doesn't know, the original in 2006 had a budget of $50 million. So we're already coming under less than half of what the first one had as far as budget, which doesn't surprise me, because for anybody that doesn't know, this movie has a production company of like Davis Films, Bloody Disgusting, somebody else. Like the people that are behind the movie and put up the money for this are not big budget studios, and it does show in the movie. However, 06 was very much the same way. It had a little bit more money in the budget. We can argue the effects, but it shows in that one too, which I did watch not that long ago. It does show up in there too that like, yeah, you were pretty much made for peanuts. This one was made for like half peanuts. So I'm not holding that against the movie, because after playing the game, this actually does hit the notes of the game pretty fucking well. I have to give these movies, both of them, credit for that. I'm not gonna completely review 06. We can do that later. But the director Christoph Gans is on record as being a huge fan of the series. The original development team of Silent Hill handpicked him to direct the first film back in the day. And the man is just on record as being a huge fan. It shows. Where I think both movies fall apart, or can fall apart, and this one is like that too, is with the actors. There aren't really big name actors, particularly in this one. The first one had the benefit of having Sean Bean in it. He's not in this. We got Jeremy Irvine, Hannah Emily Anderson, Robert Strange, Melissa Graham. It's all these people that I've never really heard of, but I'm glad to see them get shine in something like this, because this is probably like one of the few times these actors and actresses will get to probably like lead a movie like this, or at all. So it was nice to see them. I think they do their best with the material that they're given, but there are changes that they make that I don't completely understand. Like, why isn't Mary James's wife? Why is she just the girlfriend? You know, why? Right off the bat, there's a scene in the movie. The movie opens with the main female character Mary trying to get on a bus.
Mm-hmm.
She's got these suitcases, right? And our hero James hits the suitcase, clothes fly everywhere. It's not that big a deal. They're in the middle of picking the shit up, right? This bus shows up. Mary goes, "That's my bus. I'm getting out of town." Bus pulls up. James has the suitcase. It's closed. And he's walking over with her luggage. It opens up again. A couple clothes spill out. He's in the process of putting the stuff back into the suitcase. And Mary looks at the bus driver and goes, "You can just leave." And the fucking bus leaves. I'm like, it was literally a minute and a half, maybe. So there's a couple things in here like that where I go, that was hilarious for like the wrong reasons, but I guess movies got a movie. So, I mean, if you want to get on it in that aspect, I guess fine. But this was for me, it was never about the stuff like that. It was how well do we tell the story. And personally, I think it does a pretty good job. And I think that the acting jobs are well enough. We follow Jeremy Irvine's James Sunderland the whole time. And like, there's plenty of the iconic shots in the game. They do those really well. And I think my man does, with, like I said, with the material that he's given, he does a good enough job. I don't have a problem following him and what he's going through and the motivations and all that stuff. To get from point A to point B, I think it's done good enough.
Yeah, fair enough. Everything you just said, like, yeah, first things first, you did not try hard enough to get out of that damn town. Come on now.
Dude, that shit is hilarious, dude.
I was like, really? The thing I actually somewhat found hilarious too, because I thought we were gonna have a repeat of Taro with not very much subtlety, actually, which I think was a thing going on throughout the whole movie. Actually, considering they meet, but I'll take you back to Silent Hill. Immediate thunderstorm, like, really.
Well, later on, they do a thing where like pretty much the same choice comes up, and he makes the right choice, right? But why couldn't you do it in that right there in that moment too? You just could have been like, hop in.
We're gonna talk about that later, actually, because I think I see what's happening there, though.
Yeah.
So Jeremy Irvine or Ivy. Wait, what? Shut up. Jeremy does, in my opinion, a good job as James. I actually like him.
Yeah.
I don't think no one did a bad job acting wise or anything like that. And there are moments where James has, I'm gonna say it, the aura of like, I'm losing my shit, particularly in one particular part. So yeah, the acting isn't bad. And the nicest thing I say about this movie is visually it's cool. I like it a lot visually, cinematography, and color grading wise.
So it's the first one.
Yeah, I'm so look, I'm keeping on with you. I'm not like a big Silent Hill guy. I didn't play all the games. I don't know even remotely a lot about Silent Hill. This Silent Hill 2 is the one I know the most about. Mm-hmm. And I did not watch the original movie because I'm not a Silent Hill guy. So I've seen clips because there's a certain character in it that I've seen his scenes. So there's that.
We'll get to him.
Yeah, we'll get to him. So, and I see the similarities between visuals and stuff like that. I think that makes the movie kind of unique. I think it gives it a unique look, actually. So I don't mind the less than complete stellar visuals from the movie, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, 1-to-1, especially Silent Hill 2. So the first film is a mix of 1, 2, and 3. This one's just straight up 2. So if you watch the first one and you don't have any prior knowledge of Silent Hill, which I didn't have that much either, like I dug Pyramid Head. I dug the nurses, all that stuff. Like, there's a lot of creative things that are in there, and I think they did a very good job of doing that. I think they do it again here, but it does feel like a little bit less, but I'm attributing that to the budget. I'm attributing that to probably like studio meddling. I'm attributing that to a lot of things that seemed like, because it's Silent Hill is a franchise, but it doesn't seem like it's a franchise that gets the respect that it probably deserves. It's psychological horror. It's not really jump scary. It's not really gory, but it does have that stuff in there, but it's more about going through a maddening journey. That's especially what Silent Hill 2 is. So I think if you don't give the movie enough credit, or the screenplay or whatever, and you don't give it the budget that it probably deserves, and you don't give it the care that it deserves, I think this is what you get. And considering what Christoph Gans, I keep saying Gans, what Christoph Gans and probably his whole production crew and everybody else went into or had going into it, I think they did the best that they could with what they had. And that's coming off of the joke that is Silent Hill Revelations. Revelations.
Oh God.
I love Revelations for all the wrong reasons, but that movie's fucking terrible. This I think is a lot of people having cold feet on the franchise and just being like, you know what, dude, because Gans has been wanting to do this since he made the first one, and he didn't come back for Revelations because it wasn't 2 and the script was shitty. So to have him come back, they were like, look, just fuck it here, just do it. But like but you're getting this budget. Here's the time limit that you have, and it needs to be ready by next year. That type of shit, right? That's kind of what I feel like went into the production of this movie.
It's possible. Well, we could look into production actually too, because the initial plans were from between 2006 and 2007 until the 2020s when it was actually revived. What this film was actually going to officially happen, and when did it was like this film was greenlit back in 2022 actually. So so I don't think I'll go through this whole thing actually, but this seems like this film has had not necessarily a troubled production, but definitely some development hell going on actually.
I would say so, and I'm curious to see what will happen within the next year when people start to do it, because all the information that I got, shout out, Good Bad Flicks on YouTube, my man does a deep dive into the whole production of the first film and talks about the production and the filming of Revelations as well. Doesn't touch on this one yet. I'm sure it's going to come out in the future, but all of my information I have came from that video. My man did a fantastic job.
I got you. However, I will say though, despite hitting a lot of beats, so there are two big glaring problems for me. It's the two things that like keep me from like really like even like liking the movie, I guess. First things first, this movie doesn't have the sauce. It doesn't have the sauce. Like the film's actually quite short. Like how long is the game actually? Because in the game you can get away with doing a lot more and stuff like that. And like you said earlier, there are changes that are questionable. Like, why make that change? Which is going to get into the second thing I have a problem with too. But like, it doesn't have the sauce because some of the character arcs for certain characters are completely gone. Like character of okay, that makes sense. So yeah, you got more time to tell things. But like, the character of Angela, that story not here. The character of Eddie, that story not there. They're just there. And the thing that about Angela is actually changed in this movie, if I'm correct, actually.
I haven't finished it, but I think you might be right.
Oh, you haven't finished it? Oh, God. Fuck, man. I don't know how much I can talk about then.
Oh, I don't care. Go for it.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Because, like, Angela, in the film, Angela's, like, portrayed as kind of, like, another part of Mary, I guess you could say.
Correct.
But in the game, that's not the case. Like, she's her own character with her own fucked up backstory, actually, too.
Yeah.
And then Eddie is just here in this movie. Eddie's just here. In the game, he actually has like a story going on and everything like that too.
Yeah.
And then then there's Maria, who is like basically Mary, but I call her sexier because she's supposed to represent like his. I think Maria represents James's sexual frustration of like no more Mary, what he hasn't had in a long while, and just remembering the times where they were in love and everything like that too.
Yeah.
So that's not done. I mean, it's done, but not to the depth of the game, which is unfortunate too. Like, I do wish this film had a longer runtime so you can cover some of these things. Like, if you don't have time to do Eddie's story or Angela's story, I guess that's fine, but at least do Mary and Maria and James justice, and especially do Pyramid Head justice.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, Pyramid Head pretty much is done justice in this one. I mean, it's a lot closer to maybe everybody else. I mean, he definitely does what he's the God, how am I trying to put this? The metaphor behind him in the game is in the movie.
Okay, yes, but here's the problem. I feel if you're a common moviegoer who has no knowledge of Silent Hill 2, I don't think that's going to come across as clear. See, we know that because we know the game. I feel like the common person may not fully get that because how they explained that was done in a very interesting way. Because, okay, so I'm going to go off the remake because after I watched the movie, I drove home listening. Shout out to, I believe his name is Fat Brett, who does a lot of breakdowns of game narratives and stuff like that. And he tackled Silent Hill 2, where he tackled Pyramid Head, he tackled James, he tackled Angela, and he tackled Eddie. So that's how I ended up learning a lot more than before I already knew.
That's fucked up because you should have been listening to my man Akira Yamaoka's fucking score, because that dude still brings it from the games to the movies to this. Like, his score, mwah.
Okay, hang on. Before I continue on to my tirade, let me talk about that actually real quick because Yamaoka, who you said he scored the majority of Silent Hill, Gans, right? That's his name, Gans.
Christoph Gans, yes.
Yeah, Gans described his involvement as a deal breaker, saying if the production refused to bring him in on the movie, like he wasn't doing it. He wasn't doing it. Like, no, yeah. So shout out to Gans for that, for bringing in Yakumo. So yeah, bring that up. But again, going back to Pyramid Head, actually too, I don't think the common moviegoer would have understood that, because the way the film kind of shows it is like, I think I get it, but the game did it better. Like, I liked how the game does it, because in the game, God, are you sure I can talk about this?
Yeah, it's fine. I already know.
Okay, and I'm going off of the 2 remake. I don't know how different it is from the OG.
I'm only playing the 2 remake.
Okay. 2 Pyramid Head shows up and kills Maria a second time, actually. And then that's kind of like, after everything Pyramid Head has done, everything he's done to James, or should I say not done to James, everything he's done to everybody else and everything like that, that's kind of the point where he has like an emotional breakdown and he realizes, I know what you are, and I don't need you anymore. And then Pyramid Head just kills itself.
Yeah,
they killed themselves. Yeah,
that's definitely not in the movie. That is not how.
In here it's like there's a point because James is losing it. Like, he abandons Maria, Pyramid Head kills her, like in the game. But then there's a point where he looks into, I guess, the cracked part of the mask of the pyramid, and he sees himself, and then it cuts to like him painting in his apartment, and then he starts kind of like painting a red pyramid over his head, and you're like, like, yeah, I guess, yeah, okay, so I suppose you get it and everything like that, but still.
Well, and scenes like that have their place, but sometimes they can be a little too heavy-handed. I feel like, I've had this argument with Morgan before, like, if you have to sit here and explain to me what is going on, then the movie did a bad job. Because it's a visual medium. I'm supposed to be able to pick it up just from watching it, because it's a visual medium. I didn't have too much of a problem with that because I had just watched the first one and how Alessa manifests her powers and everything. And once you get that, like, that pretty much is, I'm not a 1-to-1, but it's kind of the same vibe in this one. So there's that scene, or there is a scene in the movie where James puts his hand on the ground and then shit starts to go south. And I went, oh, okay. Like, I see what you're doing there. And then I was able to pick up on the rest of it, which, by the way, I watched the movie before I got as far into the game as I am right now. So
okay. That
was a thing. So when I saw that, I was like, okay, having just watched the other one, it makes sense that this is what's happening. Turns out I was right. I had a Morgan moment. So I don't think it's that hard to follow, but I can see where you're coming from if you don't have any prior knowledge. I have prior knowledge.
Yeah, it's easier for us because we have prior knowledge. Because again, I knew this, but I looked at it in a way of like, I think this could have been done better explaining what Pyramid Head it truly is to James.
Yeah,
because like, I mean, who maybe some people got it, maybe some people didn't, but I just feel like there's a better way to for the film to visually explain, not necessarily that I'm Pyramid Head, but like to explain like no, Pyramid Head, like I mean, it's a part of me, and it's my inner need to be punished for what I did. Actually,
I'm not the biggest fan of the on the noseness of now he's painting and he's doing he's putting the pyramid head over him. So it's like, okay, that's a little that's a little on the nose. But considering what the movie is already, I was like, I guess it kind of fits. I guess.
I think it could have been done better if they wanted to do that on the nose part. I don't think that's a bad idea, but it's just I feel like the execution of revealing how Pyramid Head works was a little And also, I want to talk about a bit of a lack of Pyramid Head.
Actually, go into the creatures in general.
Yeah. Let me, since we're on the topic of him, like Pyramid Head is a pretty recurring force in Silent Hill 2, and he only really shows up twice in this movie.
So
now,
real quick.
Well, hold on. Actually, let me go real quick because let me say this real quick.
Yeah.
The one thing I will defend on that choice is that let's be real, Pyramid Head is the most slutted out thing in Silent Hill now because this thing should only exist in Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
And he's everywhere.
Yeah, he shouldn't be in the first movie.
Yeah, I was like, why are you here? Especially once I learned what Pyramid Head was and what he was about, and I'm like, wait, so why are you here?
Yeah.
Why are you in the first two movies? Why do you show up in other games? Like, huh? So if they want to do, like, if you wanted to do less Pyramid Head because he's already appeared so much in the franchise, I get that. But this was definitely the movie where, like, now he definitely deserves all the screen time.
Well, okay. First, I'm gonna start with you. You are aware of the famous scene in the original game with Pyramid Head, correct?
Yes.
Okay. They cut that out of the remake.
Yes, they did.
And there's so to get into the creatures, like they still don't have the best CGI for the bugs. And in the first one, the bugs are in there. They don't look that great in there either, so I can let that slide. But the bugs don't look that great. The nurses are in here, and they're creepier in the first one. I mean, they're still kind of creepy, but they were way more menacing, and maybe it's because like I just seen them for the first time, but I feel like they were done better justice in that one. Same with Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head in the first one is a fucking beast, dude.
Yes.
He's not a beast in this, but just that the presence that he has in the first one is very different than what he has in this one for sure. I mean, he fucking.
I'd say he's not a beast in this one. I'd say that 100%.
He does fucked up shit in that first one that he doesn't do in this. What he does do though is he fights a spider. He fights a spider creature that for some reason, and I want to know who did it, is caked the fuck up.
I'm glad you brought this up.
What? Okay, I watched it with Breon. And we're sitting there, and then the fucking spider shows up, and we were like, we watched the first scene, or when the spider first shows up, and we were like, okay, whatever, it's a spider, and then it fights Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head kills it, and they do that shot, and they stay there, and we literally looked at each other, and we were like, when did the fucking spider get kicked up? Seriously, when did this happen? And then we both thought, oh my god, they're gonna do the scene. We were like, they're about to fucking do this shit, aren't they? They didn't do it, and I'm not gonna lie, this movie would probably get a higher score if they would have done it, just for the sheer balls of it. But yeah, they didn't do the scene. There's a weird caked up spider. Take it away. Like, why? Just why?
Yeah, let me talk about this caked up spider. Nice try, movie. Listen.
Digitally enhanced.
Yes. Listen, there's two things. If you've been watching this podcast for a while, and since you've been my friend for a long time, you know two things about me. I am a Class A gooner, and I am an arachnophobe, okay? And my arachnophobia overtakes my gooningness, okay? And I literally looked at the movie and said, you can cake this spider up all you want. I still don't like what I see. But yes, why is that spider so... Okay, look. First, we had a swole lion in Craven the Hunter, and now we have a goddamn caked up Spider Woman. And not a good kind of Spider Woman.
I would definitely prefer the swole lion. Yeah, that Jack Lion is way better.
That was funny.
They're animated about the same too, which is fine. But yeah, it was so weird, and they did, because he throws the carcass onto the table, and it like limps over in that side pose with the cheeks out, and the camera just stayed there.
Yeah.
All right, I get it. Jesus Christ, somebody's proud of themselves.
Okay. The spider has ass, whatever. But
Yeah,
again, not gonna help because I did not like looking at that spider.
If it wasn't for the cake, it's kind of a generic creature. Like I didn't really give a shit. That got all of my interest when I saw that, and because I thought they were gonna do the scene, and they didn't, but whatever.
I thought the same thing too, because I was like, okay, is he? Because he's already done when he first saw them behind the bars, which I wish they went with the game where Pyramid Head does nothing, just stares, and then it's gone, and then he walks into the apartment to see with the fucking mannequins.
Yeah.
So yeah, that didn't happen. And going back to what we said earlier, Pyramid Head in that very first 2006 movie, that's a fucking beast right there. This Pyramid Head, nah,
not so much.
Also,
he doesn't get as much to do.
Yeah, he really does not. He's not having a lot of screen time, and also I don't like hearing human sounds come from him. There was too much yell. I
didn't really pay attention to all that. I'm gonna be honest, I missed it.
So there's that Pyramid Head. The monster, again, we said the monsters don't have the best effects, but I kind of don't care really.
Well, I think
although a lot of budget went to that caked up spider.
Yeah, I think they do a good enough job with like Pyramid Head looks fine. He probably looks the best, and then the like butterfly moth creature at the end of the movie. It's Mary. But she looks good. She looks all right.
Yeah, that was cool. I actually like that too. That was tonight.
Yeah, I like the scene where she's up and like the wings come out and shit. I was like, all right, that's pretty sick.
But okay, let me talk about the biggest problem I have with this movie.
It's not scary.
This movie. Oh no, I actually don't care. Like, and a couple of jump scares. It's got these eerie moments. It does have its nice eerie moments. There's a part I like the part where in a flashback James leaves Mary and everyone's looking out the apartment window.
Yeah.
I like that. I like stuff like that. I love stuff like that. But no, okay. The changes done with Mary and surrounding her death.
Go for it.
That's where I have the biggest problem. Because one, in the original Silent Hill 2, there's no cult. Mary's not part of some cult. I know Silent Hill has a history of cult stuff. I don't know anything about it, so I'm not even going to try to tackle that at all. But the film changes the film. Shut up. The film makes the decision that Mary's father was the head of some cult, therefore she's involved in it, and she was slowly being poisoned over time, which led to her sickness and later in life. And then when it comes to the big twist regarding her death and how James's feelings about it, in the film, she asks to be put out of her misery. And he agreed, but he was still broken by it and still feels guilty about doing it, which I get. I mean, sure, and everything like that. But here's the problem. The original game's twist and how they handled that scenario is better, and it is more impactful, it is more haunting, and it has more gravity. Because in the game, James didn't do it just to put her out of her misery because she was suffering. He did it because he grew to hate Mary. Like, he grew to resent her for her sickness. It had been years. She had her mood swings and everything like that. And at a point, he decided, instead of staying with her through sickness and in health and everything like that, like he left, then he came back, then he smothered her. And then, well, I mean, I guess you did end her suffering, but like, it wasn't an act of like, please put me out of my misery. It's like, no, I fucking hate you. Die. But then he feels guilty about it. And now he keeps focusing on like the good they had, and he's in complete denial of what he did, and he can't accept the truth until he's brought to Silent Hill, where Silent Hill is not like a happy therapy session. It's like look, this is reality. You killed her. What you do with that information, you do. But this is reality. This is what happened. That was my biggest problem with the film. This is a film that like, oh no, you missed the point. It's like, oh, you could have gone there. You could have. Why did you hold back? Why did you change that? It kind of reminded me of why I had a bit of a problem with Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which I do love that film, but holding back on Shadow's backstory kind of helped the film back as a whole. And that is my biggest problem with Return to Silent Hill. That change was like no, dog. Because I'm watching the movie like, I'm waiting for like the part where like, okay, this is what I did and how will I handle it? But then they changed that, and I don't like it. I don't like that change. I really don't.
This kind of has the smell to me of like we're gonna lose the rights if we don't do something. Happens all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Evolution.
Yeah,
Our favorite Dragon Ball movie was that. We're gonna lose the rights. We have to do something.
a lot of superhero movies with that too.
Yep. So it does happen a lot, and a lot of shit does suffer because of that. And it would be nice if this got another shot. You know, maybe give it a couple years and do it again, but like do it for real or make it a show. I don't know. But yeah, no, Silent Hill absolutely deserves more love than this got. But I mean, that doesn't take away from the enjoyment that I had. I didn't have a problem with the movie, and it's because a lot of it is the same reasons that I went into watching the original one too. I was like, it's gonna look good, the creatures are gonna be creepy-ish, and the story is gonna be all right. And there might be some suspect acting, and that's kind of what I got. But again, I haven't actually finished Silent Hill 2. So when you say that, yeah, that sounds way better than what I got. Like, I'm not even gonna argue it. That's a way better story and a way better movie if they would have done that. So maybe after I beat the game, my context for this movie will change.
Perhaps so. I hope it does too, because like I said, I don't hate the movie. If you like the movie, I'm not even gonna disagree with you, because this is a case of like, I get where the negative reception is coming from.
Yeah.
But me, I don't hate it.
And okay,
I really don't.
That's where I'm at with it, is I get it, but I don't think it deserves that much hate. Like, this is not the worst thing that you've ever seen. This is not the worst video game adaptation. Yeah, this definitely feels like it should have came out immediately after they did the first one. Like, in 2025, 2026, video game adaptation should be way better than this, 100%. Like, just on principle, because that's what we've been getting with Sonics, with the Street Fighter that's coming out. That movie's probably going to be the fucking, like, goofiest thing I've ever seen, but it's supposed to be like that. It's going to be awesome. Mortal Kombat. Shit, what else has come out lately? Anyway, you know where I'm going with this. Like, they've been much, much, much better. So when a Borderland comes out, or this comes out, it's like, what are we doing? But that doesn't necessarily make it bad.
Yeah. So again, I don't hate it. Now, I'm not gonna go out of my way to defend the movie. This is one of those movies like, look, I've seen it. I get why people don't like it. I don't hate it. I'm not gonna say like, oh no, I think it's underrated or underappreciated. Like, no, I get where y'all coming from, but I just don't hate this movie. So I'm just leaving it at it.
I think my opinion will change because of this conversation that we've just had and you telling me this and after I beat the game. But I do also think that as time goes by, much like I think what happened with the first one, because it has a cult following, once it gets on streaming and you can watch it for free and everything else, I think it'll start to be looked at in a different light. Will it be put up as one of the best? Probably not. But could it stand on a similar leg as the original one? Yeah, I think so. It's better than Revelations.
I believe you there, because I heard that movie was horrible.
Revelations is awful. But yeah, I do believe that will happen, because I think that's what happened with the original. I don't think it did. I mean, it says it made money, but I think it really picked up steam once you could watch it on demand and shit. Otherwise, that's how you get a cult following in the first place. You don't do very good at the box office. You get mixed to muddling reviews. Comes out where we can rent it on video, and then it explodes.
Yeah, it's happened. I can see it happening too. And if it happens, good for you, Return to Silent Hill.
Yeah, cool, because I want more. I love the visuals, I love the creatures, and the stories are actually pretty fucking good. So even if I don't get an actual 1-to-1 Silent Hill 2, all right, let me get a better 3 or do 4. Downpour was teased at the end of Revelations. Revelation sucks. That's why we didn't get that. But like, that was a direction that looked like they might be going. Like, there's other things that we can do here. Silent Hill is atmospheric. It's psychological. There's a lot to do in these sandboxes. The creatures are genuinely pretty creepy. Like, let's go. There's stories to tell here, but you've gotta want to tell the stories though.
Mm-hmm. And I can see that Christoph Gans is a fan of the series, so good for you. I just lost what I was gonna say. But either way, yeah, that's my opinion on Return to Silent Hill. I saw it. I don't hate it. There we go.
Yeah,
Lost doesn't have the sauce. Miss the point, but it does have its good stuff, though. It does have its good stuff.
It's a nice touch that they brought Evie Templeton, the little girl that plays Laura. She plays Laura in Silent Hill, the video game. They brought her.
Oh yeah, that's true as well.
Robert Strange for Pyramid Head. I think Pyramid Head just needed some more shit to do, but otherwise he's fine. Hannah Emily Anderson does Marianne. I think plays the spider for a second. Like, she's got a lot to do here. I think she's fine in all of the roles. I don't think she's anything special, but I don't think she's bad. Jeremy Irvine, again, I don't think he's anything special, but I don't think he's bad. And everybody else that's in it for what they're given, I think do a very passable job. But for me, this is all about the visuals, the creatures, and the atmosphere. I think it nails 2 out of the 3 for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm with you there. So, Return to Silent Hill isn't the worst thing like people are making out to be.
No.
Nah, I don't think so.
No.
I think this year's going to have some movies that are going to be way worse.
Uh-huh.
And people are going to look back at Return to Silent Hill like, okay, you know what? Maybe that wasn't as bad as I thought.
Yeah, I think this is definitely going to, like I said, it's going to be a movie that just with the passage of time, I think the opinion will soften. Right here, right now, I just think it's a product of 2026. And again, like Mortal Kombat 2 is coming out. That looks like it's a better adaptation. I mean, it is going to be a better adaptation, but you know what I mean. Street Fighter, any of the other shit, like Tomb Raider is going to be coming out. I already saw the picture of Sophie Turner. That looks like it just the still looks better that was coming out when this movie was in production. Yeah, it's a new age for video game movies, and we're supposed to care a little bit more. So when something like this comes out, I do understand the outrage to a point.
Mm-hmm. I will also say this too, that I do feel like the hardcore Silent Hill 2 fans are definitely not going to try to like this movie get any props too. So be ready for that fight.
That's fine.
But again, yeah.
And I may have different things to say once I fucking finish the game. So who's,
Yeah. You know what? One of these days, once you finish the game, come back on the podcast, give a very mini re-review of like, not necessarily a re-review, but like, okay, has my opinion changed after finishing the game?
I will do.
Sweet. All right, ready to rate this thing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I have exactly where I'm going to put it. I'm putting it at a 5 out of 10. I don't hate it. I don't love it. Nothing like that. It's just there.
6.5. And it's for the same reasons that you do. And it really is off the backs of the fact that I think that I don't understand what people are talking about with like the really shitty visuals. I think the visuals are damn near on par with the first one. There's a couple areas where I can see like it definitely has less than half the budget, but like the town, the fog, when shit goes down, the way the creatures look. Yeah, I think the atmosphere and the visuals were nailed. The creatures, you can take it or leave it, but the actual town and how that's supposed to feel, my man Christoph, like he nailed it in 06, he nails it here.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our review of A Return to Silent Hill 2.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it just wasn't called Silent Hill 2, but Return to Silent Hill is fine.
Well, I think they had to, because considering Silent Hill Revelations was technically Silent Hill 2.
But it's not called Silent Hill 2.
I know, but just look. You know what?
Silent Hill 2, Return to Silent Hill. Derivative?
Now that would have been confusing, because we have Revelations, which was technically Silent Hill 2. And then this is also kind of like a reboot at the same time, so calling it Silent Hill 2 off the back.
Well, I mean, technically, sir, Revelations is Silent Hill 3.
Yeah, but it was Silent Hill 2 when it comes to making movies, though.
Well, you know what? I got strongly worded Yelp coming your way.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, we're still yelping out here, motherfucker.
All right, then, homie. Then you will have a man with a pyramid on his head coming your way.
Your service, whack. Your uniform, whack.
Oh, you don't want to play this game, man.
All I'm saying, I guess all we're saying is, like, stay tuned for the rest of the year, because I'm sure we're going to, like, right now, this is the worst thing that we have seen this year, factually. But it's still early in the year. So now this is going to be the measuring stick. Usually it's the little things, but that's 2023, 2022. We don't need to keep going to that well. Now it's Silent Hill. Silent Hill is the measuring stick for the rest of the year. And I'm going to make sure that I write this down to remember this too, because from here on out, it's either better than Silent Hill or it's worse.
Yep, I'm doing this right now. Silent Hill, 5 out of 10.
Hydrate. I got a drop. Len. I'll do that. It was effective though. Thank you. But yeah, folks,
Thanks,
that
man.
was our review of Return to Silent Hill. It's it's probably definitely in the category of meh, but there's stuff that you can find and have a good time with. There's stuff like, especially if you're a fan, that you're probably not gonna like, but give it time.
Yep.
In the meantime, we are going to, I don't know, what the fuck are we gonna review next? What?
All right, I'm gonna say this right now. I'm seeing Iron Lung tomorrow.
Okay.
There's that, or we could do 28 Years.
I still got to see 28 Years. You watch it yet?
Nope, not yet. I haven't watched it either.
I'm more on board with 28 Years, but if Morgan wants to do Iron Lung, like Breon's got a hard on for it, and he's pretty hype about it. I don't know anything or about the dude that made it, but like I get it. So if Morgan's on board with that, do that. Otherwise, I'm going in the direction of 28 Years.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna see it tomorrow regardless.
Yeah.
I'll catch 28 this weekend regardless. I think I'll catch it on Saturday.
I'll probably catch it on Tuesday.
And then I would, but like I want to. Maybe I'll just do Tuesday actually. Because like I know I did not like 28 Years Later, but I don't know, something about the Bone Temples got me like. I think I kind of want to watch it.
I want to see what goes on with the Power Rangers.
Oh, shut the. Oh my god, you made me think like actual Power Rangers was coming out. Like what?
Dude, come on.
I remember because you called them that.
Yeah.
I'm seeing Iron Lung on Saturday now. Oh, Kitty's gonna see Iron Lung as well.
Yeah, I guess.
What if we did a double?
We could do a double feature. The only other thing that comes, we could do that, but the only other thing that comes out of any kind of note for me would be like Send Help, Sam Raimi's new movie, which I guess is supposedly pretty good. Other than that, Whistle. We're definitely doing Whistle.
The hell is Whistle?
Oh, watch that trailer.
All right, we'll chat. We'll get back to you guys on what we choose to do. We can do 28 or we can do Iron Lung.
Which is why you should what?
Don't forget the popcorn.
No, the other one. Follow us.
Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Threads, Grindr, Tinder. What's that? What?
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
All right, now you can make
OnlyFans.
Facebook dating.
Yep. BlackPeopleMeet.com.
Hinge. Christian Mingle.
Bumble. All that good stuff. Dude, let's actually start promoting on dating websites. Yeah, so follow us. Stay updated on what we're going to review next and everything like that. Keep a lookout for our posts. As Morgan would always say, don't forget the popcorn. If you forget the popcorn, Pyramid Head is going to come to your house and he's going to skin you alive with his bare hand.
Yeah, because you're getting 06 Pyramid Head, not 2026 Pyramid Head.
Yeah. Or you could get by Daylight Pyramid Head.
You could.
Yeah, there's that too.
Good. But yeah, everybody,
all right,
pay attention to the socials. We will absolutely be posting and letting you all know what we're going to do next. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and I hope you enjoyed our review of Return to Silent Hill. As you can see, the title has actually changed. We got a hold of IT, and they worked their magic for us. So thank you, Morgan. Thank you very much for doing that on your vacation. Hope you're having a great time. Looking forward to you coming back and joining us on the show. If you are watching, then we have a question for you. If not, watch this, and we have a question for you. Anyway, hope everybody has a great night. See you all next week. Don't forget the popcorn, and yeah. Be cool to each other.
Be cool. All right, y'all. Laters.
Bye.
Bye.